Hello, and welcome to another video on Sustainability Consulting with Jack. Today, we're going over how a company can use a CSRD-aligned double materiality assessment to structure their reporting and drive improvements in their sustainability operations. Hopefully, after completing your double materiality assessment, you have two key outputs. The first is a nice visual representation of which topics you deem material, and the second is an internal reporting structure which clearly lists which disclosure requirements you need to report against. During this episode, we're going to focus in on the internal reporting structure. Firstly, under ESRS 2 General Disclosures, every company must report against four key areas. These key areas are basis for preparation, governance, strategy, and impact risk and opportunity management. So every single reporting company must include responses to these first four mandatory areas. For all other ESRS standards, other than E1 climate change, they are ruled in or out of a scope based on the results of the double materiality assessment. For example, under ESRS 2 BP1 Clause 5, the undertaking shall disclose whether the sustainability statement has been prepared on a consolidated or individual basis. This is one of the mandatory requirements for all companies reporting against CSRD, and they are clearly intended to help set a basic level of consistency in the style and content of reporting. Next, we'll look at how CSRD encourages reporting entities to consider these mandatory disclosure requirements in the context of their material topics. For example, for E1 climate change, the dedicated standard makes reference to three of the mandatory topic areas, explicitly asking reporting companies to consider 1. Gov3, the integration of sustainability-related performance and incentive schemes. 2. SBM3, material impacts, risks and opportunities and their interaction with strategy and business model. And 3. IRO1, description of the processes to identify and assess material impacts, risks and opportunities. So these elements of a company's reporting disclosure can be a blend of both generic and topic-specific text, helping to lay out how a company's standard processes interact with certain sustainability-related topics. Finally, we'll take a quick look at topic-specific disclosure requirements, such as those under E1 climate change or S1 own workforce. First things first, I'd take a quick look at Appendix C, the list of phased-in disclosure requirements. This can help to prioritize which areas your company reports against in its first year of reporting. For example, for E16 GHG emissions, a company may emit Scope 3 emissions in its first year of reporting if under 750 employees. Similarly, under S17, characteristics of non-employee workers, a company may omit these data points within the first year of reporting. Using the phased-in requirements to initially rule out reporting elements for year 1, then taking a look at the remaining disclosure clauses within each ESRS, and assess whether these could be considered in or out of scope based on your double materiality assessment. To help break this down, I'd build an internal-facing table that helps your company to understand which clauses are relevant and where gaps might exist. Arla Foods' Consolidated Annual Report 2023 does a really good job of highlighting which topics are not considered material alongside those that are material and the maturity of their reporting in that area. Ultimately, this table can be then used as an index for your reporting, highlighting to readers which sections of your report meet which elements of the CSRD disclosure requirements. In some cases, you may find that some disclosure requirements are met by the same piece of information, and in others, you may need dedicated sections. However, by recording how the information is structured and laid out in this format, you give yourself the best chance of producing a well laid out and audit-proof CSRD-aligned report. And that's it for this week. I know it's been quite word and jargon heavy recently, but I promise, stick with it and CSRD slowly becomes less daunting than it initially appears. So if you have any comments or questions, please get in touch and I'd be happy to help. And as always, please like and subscribe for more sustainability consulting with Jack.